Hi, I'm La Super Comadre from RadioCrystalUSA.com, and I just want to tell you a little bit about who I am and what I do. So, La Super Comadre, my platform is all about bringing people on, special guests, who either do something for the community, who have done something for the community, who match up the pillars of what my show is about, which is about taking care of your heart and soul, which is about political engagement, which is about education. So every person that comes on can be a super comadre or a super compadre, someone that's out there doing something for the community. So I invite you all to listen and to watch every Tuesday when we record the show. But it also repeats on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at 10 o'clock in the morning and at 10 o'clock at night on RadioCrystalUSA.com. And don't forget to give us a like. Adios. Hi. Hola, hola, ¿cómo están todos? How are you doing? I'm La Super Comadre Claudia of RadioCrystalUSA.com. It's been a while, but I'm back. And the reason why it's been a while, it's because La Super Comadre has been doing some work, and I've had to take some time to kind of get used to doing some new work, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. But before I get started, I want to bring on my Super Comadre that's waiting in the wings because she's part of today, helping to introduce to you me and what I'm doing now. So come on. Woo!
Hola.
How are you?
Hola. It's been a while.
It has
Claudia,
been a while.
It's been a while.
How's life?
Good. But life has been good for you.
Yes.
It's been really good for you. I want to talk about you.
All right.
So today you're the interviewee. You're the interviewee.
That's hard for me.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
You always have amazing guests on here and you talk about the amazing things that they do.
Yes.
It's time for you to talk about the amazing things that you do. I think there is so much to it. So, bueno, comenzamos.
A ver.
You've been away for almost a month.
Yes.
¿Y por qué?
Pues mira, I have been given this amazing opportunity. And I don't know if it's given or it was a gift. It's almost like a gift.
It was.
To step into a role that's the assistant director of Brain Builders.
Yeah. Bueno, talk to us a little bit about what Brain Builders is.
Oh my gosh. So it's Brain Builders is an organization. It's a program. It's creating a space for moms, moms to be, moms that just had babies and maybe they're caring for babies, a toddler, infant at home. And then they join us via Zoom, like kind of like this.
Yeah.
And we go over 6 lessons, but we call them lessons, but it's not really lessons. It's like topics, themes to support the moms.
Yeah.
And I love it because it's only 6 sessions. They're an hour and a half each. And the beauty of this is that moms are so busy already, right?
Yeah.
Trying to take care of their babies, their toddlers, la casa, and some of them work outside of the house besides in the house. And so the beauty of this is that they sign on, they receive a link and they click on the link and they don't even have to like pack the babies up, get a sitter, go somewhere.
Oh, that's good.
We just show up at their homes on their phones.
And we all got a taste of like what that was like for through the pandemic, what it is to be like a stay-at-home mom to your dogs, to your kids, to everybody. Everybody got a taste of it. And it's a big deal to be able to pack up your things and go and like do these things. Pero entonces, what is your job within the organization?
Well, my job within the organization is to make sure that we reach out to a wider market. And when I mean market, I mean go in español. Okay. So Brain Builders in español.
Ah, okay.
And Brain Builders is all about like building those little brains, those baby brains. But first, the other beauty of this is that moms stop and take care of themselves. Okay. So
that makes sense.
Yeah. Like you're building these, you already built the brain, like you made the brain inside your body, right? Yeah. Baby comes out. Now, sometimes we as moms, I know I did, we forget to put ourselves first. Yeah. Because we're taking, obviously.
Absolutely.
You're taking care of the baby.
I think sometimes to be able to take care of your baby, you have to take care of yourself first. Yeah. So you're part of the programming.
So one of the topics that we go over is managing stress.
Okay. Take me through a class. How does it look?
So, for example, the class is kind of like this, right? You zoom in. We start off with some music, with a slide that says "Welcome" and a question, and the lesson objective. Welcome to Brain Builders. Today's lesson is going to be about managing stress, right?
Okay.
And then there's a little video that the parents watch, that the moms watch, and it's a very inspirational video. And then after the inspirational video is a video of a scenario with the mom and the baby and the family, whether it's a mom and the mom or dad and the dad, mom and the dad and the baby and the toddler. And it's from a toddler, a child's point of view. Like my mom and dad, whenever I get angry, whenever I get sad, this is how my mom and dad respond. Or, and then within that video is embedded the objective that we would like for the moms to hear and to practice or to relearn, because a lot of these things moms are already doing. And it's just affirmations too. Validation, affirmations that, look, you're doing a great job.
Support.
Here's a tip, here's a strategy, here's how it can be used. You're probably already doing it. So give yourself a pat on the back too.
Give yourself some grace. Be able to build that grace.
So you would join, we do the video, we have some questions, and the whole point is to build cohesion so that the moms can feel that they could be in a safe space to be vulnerable and say, you know what, I noticed that, for example, the managing stress one, stress management. I noticed that this is what happens when this happens, and this is what and then we ask questions like, well, how do you feel? Well, I feel heat. I feel stomach aches. I feel my head hurting. Okay, so let's go through that. Now what are some things to do? What do you do, or what could you do to help you come back to that place of calmness? And then part of it is that we bring in the babies, like that. When we do that to ourselves, that we stop and pause and think, okay, I'm feeling this heat. There's some kind of stressor that's pushing my button. What do I need to do to calmarme and bring some peace? Because now I'm modeling for my kids, and and the babies and toddlers feel that energy. They do. So when you feel it, that you're going through that, just step away too from your little one. If you need to go calm down, right? Get to a place of peace, and then come back to attending your baby or your
So toddler. A lot of the times it's habits, right? And it's reaffirming those habits to be able to have like better ones. What's the feedback you're getting? So,
for example, there's this one mom who just had a baby, and she is part of the Fit Mix communities, and she's gonna make me. I probably shouldn't. I don't have her permission, but she loves the program. And when we sat down to have coffee once, I sat down just to check in. Hey, I would like to do a collaboration with my Brain Builders program and the moms, and maybe we could collaborate, and you do a Zumba online. Maybe the moms can go to a Zumba and yoga or whatever, because that's part of managing stress. That's an extension now. And when we sat down, we barely said hi. And she goes, oh my God, where has this program been? I got 5 moms right now that need it, because we're all like struggling. And this baby, having a baby, this is new to me. And that was excitement. She goes, this is not parenting class. Y'all call it parenting classes, but this is not parenting classes. This is mental health support.
Okay.
That's what she said.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So you're taking a whole nuance and creating something completely separate and different, but it comes from a personal space, right? Sometimes as Hispanics, we question the healthcare provider system all the time. And we depend on a lot on our family and friends to give us help and support. You're that friend. You're creating that space. What I want to do is I want to talk about you. What has it done for you?
It has, you know what? I've been through the program 3 times now.
Okay.
This is my 3rd time.
Okay.
The first time was the intro. It was going through the program with the original facilitator.
Okay.
And she just went through it day by day. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. And that was Claudia looking at it from a mom. Like I was pretending to be the mom and receiving this information. As a client.
Okay.
The second go round was me going through it as a facilitator, as if I'm taking this information and then turn it around.
Okay.
This 3rd time, I'm going through it shadowing, like really paying attention to the nuances, like when the moms are there. Now moms are part of this. And I get introduced like, I'm going to be the future facilitator, but I'm going to be here to support and this and that. But it's made me go inside and work on think about those things that, why do I respond this way? Why is it that what are some of my triggers? Am I really doing the yoga like I said I'm going to be doing it to help me de-stress? Because towards the end of the 1.5 hour session, we have something called the builder's contract. And in the builder's contract, what you do is you build your goal. Like, what was one thing that you want to work on from now until the next time we meet? And so for like managing stress, then you build your goal. Like, I mean, it's gotten so comfy for the moms that you have moms saying, well, sex is a great way for me to de-stress.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
And I'm like,
okay.
Yes. So let's build a contract around that. How are you going to make that happen? What do you think you need to do to make that happen? The time you need to get a sitter. You need to put the baby to bed earlier.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, that's absolutely taking care of yourself. Yeah.
Yes. The moms are feeling so comfortable that they can say that.
That is good.
And that is what this is about. And I know there's a train going by, but because the train's agreeing with me with that horn.
It is. It has a lot to opinionate. Apparently, it's telling us that this is the way to go.
Yes.
This has been for you.
Yes.
This has been the plan all along for you.
Yeah.
So now that this is part of your plan, now that you've gone through it 3 times, goodness gracious. Oh my God.
Choo-choo.
I know. We said the S word and it like lost its shit.
Now we're being stopped. You know,
we're like, being
is that Liliana pushing the button?
The thing.
But you know, I mean,
we're being censored. Jesus,
we're being censored by the train.
We're fine.
But you know,
But
it's what creates humans.
Yeah.
You know, this is why we're here too. Why what keeps us going too. But yeah, and we've had a mom say that. We had a mom talk about embrasilar los niños.
To overextend the comfort.
Yes. And the mom was comfortable enough to say, I'm doing this kind of sleep training because I'm considering it because my mom, everyone's telling me that this baby needs to go to sleep at this time and you just put him in the room and let him cry. You know what? Everyone has their thoughts, their practices. But I'm shadowing, and I loved how when it's not a judgment place.
Okay.
You know, you're doing what you're doing because that's what you learned. But you know what? The way it was not addressed or handled, because that's not the right word. They said, you know, everyone comes with what they know, right? You parent the best way you can.
Yeah.
But the mom was concerned and said, well, what do you think? They're like, well, it's not us to make that call, but let me just share with you what happens to the baby's brain when its cries are not being attended to.
Yeah.
They're an infant, they're a toddler, their cries are like, that's their language. They're just trying to tell you something. And then when you go and pick up that child, change their diaper, you know, arrullarlos, acurrucarlos, they smell you, they're like, oh, I feel comfortable.
Familiar smell.
Okay, now I can calm down. And so now you're wiring that brain to understand in the future that your needs are going to be met.
Oh, that's nice. I want to cry here.
I cried. I want to tell you that at the end of these sessions, after the moms would leave, that's when I started like, damn, there's a lot of trauma and shit. I'm sorry for that switch word that we go through that we don't even know, that we just don't even know. And then it's just, it comes from a science place. It doesn't come from a judgment place. It just says, look, here is something we're offering. Here is something that when we do this is how you're building those connections in the brain as an infant. So when they grow up, they have secure attachments.
That's nice.
They can go in for happiness. They're not trying to seek out for their happiness or for I am enough.
Yeah.
It's all those things that we as adults sometimes are still, you know, trying to figure out.
We don't do that, for ourselves.
But the building of a baby's brain after birth, I mean, it's just so amazing.
That sounds amazing, Claudia. I think it sounds like you're rewiring the brains of some moms to be able to help facilitate the growth of baby or children, or like being that. Yeah. So now that they feel comfortable in a place that you feel comfortable now that you've been in this position for some time, a little bit of time. I remember you announced it to us and you told us about it. I thought it was amazing. Yeah. But you've been there. Now that you're doing this, and I know you said that you liked it and you love it, but truly and honestly, does it sound like a calling to you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And my director, we were having a meeting 2 Fridays ago or 3 Fridays ago, because we meet every Friday in person. And I had just had a number of outreach, meetings. And these outreach meetings are really like my friends. They're my connections, my friends, people that have crossed my path. And I was at a restaurant to meet with her. And I remember sitting down with my bag, my laptop, opening it up because we're going to schedule. But she got up to go get a drink. I waited for her. And then I looked up and I saw some women, some Latinas, because there's not a lot of Latinas in this neighborhood where I was at. And so they caught my eye. So I really looked over and I'm like, oh, that's cool. Some like fist bump. Like, all right. That's the
I
only
seen
one
you,
right
you
here.
seen me. Yeah. We get that.
And I went back to doing it, my little opening up my laptop, getting everything ready. And all of a sudden I heard, Claudia? I looked up and it was those ladies. I'm like, hey, I'm like, what's up? I didn't remember them at first, but because they were dressed up in running clothes. They had baseball caps.
Okay.
But that caught my eye. Latina, workout gear. Oh my God, look, okay, fist pump. Like, yeah. And so she's like, how are you doing? You got this NHPO thing coming up and we missed, or we want to go. And I'm like, yes, you should come. And what are you doing? Well, we just did some footage for our running club in Fort Bend.
Oh.
Yes, and she follows me.
Okay.
Sinlo, I think that's her handle on Instagram.
Okay.
Sinlo. And she was like, ba, 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 ba. And I'm like, da, 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 da. And I'm like, oh my God, we should do something. I'm with Brain Builders and we're doing this thing and brain building and the moms, and maybe we could collaborate, maybe run club. I can recruit from you. You can recruit from me.
Yeah.
We can do something because, I said, one of the themes is stress management.
Yeah.
Why not run?
Yeah.
Why not join a club?
It's amazing.
And then Katie, my director, was coming towards me, and she kind of paused, and then after before she left, then I said, "Oh, Katie, this is so and so, so and so, so and so," and then they said hi, bye, and then she moved on. And then, hey, I had a comadre just walking in, and then she said, "Claudia," I said, she got all like, I'm like, okay, what's going on here? Have you ever thought that all of the things that you've done in the past have put you right now where you need to be with Brain Builders?
Yeah. I believe so.
Girl, I got a lump in my throat. And
I believe so.
Yes.
I think you're an amazing collaborator. I think you're an amazing person to know and pinpoint and pick and know what works with what. I think that's like an amazing thing. Not everybody can do that.
Yeah.
Not everybody, and it's definitely for you. It's not self-serving, and I understand that.
Yeah.
I think you've done an amazing job.
Yeah.
Again, being able to collaborate and be like, hey, I see an opportunity. I see a way that you can help me and I can help you. It's never just take for you. So I can see why it's an amazing experience for you to be here, for you to be there, be doing that. So how are you? So it's happening. How are you planning to grow it?
So part of the biggest part right now is step one is we're reaching back to the partners that have been sending families. And now I'm bringing in more. So some of the partners that they have collaborated in the past with is like El Centro del Corazón, Obed, Cancura, I think I said it right. Obed, I've been going back and forth with him like, hey, I got the flyer. She's like, yes, send me the information. And then places like Ripley House, going back to them, Baker Ripley, and offering it like, hey, now we have the classes and they're coming in Spanish. That's another thing too. And just going back to wraparound specialists, people in wraparound specialists in the districts, people that have like counselors in schools, meeting with them. I've been in so many schools and districts and connections left and right that literally that's the plan, is going through my Rolodex and sharing and like, hey, here's this amazing opportunity for moms in your organizations or in your churches or your daycares or your school settings, for them to come. They don't even go anywhere. It's a program, it's online, and it's free too. And it's an hour and a half for each session for 6 sessions. And also we are under the Hackett Center for Mental Health. So, the possibilities are endless. I mean, if one thing too is potentially if we have a mommy that goes through our amazing, supports, and maybe it's just not enough. Maybe there's something more.
Oh, that you can offer. And to be able to push in that direction.
Maybe not us, but maybe now
I see what
the Center for Mental Health, maybe another provider, because we've got to make sure that we are catching in a way, like a safety net before this mom grows into something that is going to hurt herself or go in a place that is where she doesn't feel that there's an out.
Or even worse, hurt herself and her kids.
Exactly.
Because we've all heard that, right? There's always an outcry. And sometimes a lot of the doctors catch it, but if she's not seeing, if she's not going to the doctor, or even sometimes I've learned, I've learned that even the doctors of the children, pediatric, like specialists actually catch that from the moms. Like, hey, I think she's having like postpartum depression. Let me go ahead and send her some. But you've created another stuff. Well, y'all are creating another safety net to be able to catch those like those places like, hey, I'm not okay. Something's not okay with me. I'm not okay. I need more. And you're going to be able to help her do that.
And here's this amazing group that you could be a part of, because you can, it's not over once you graduate from the class. You continue to come back to the hangouts. We 2 times a month, we do a hangout where you receive a link and you just hang out, and we do a Zoom hangout, like looks like Brady Bunch. And we have a question posed, or we just, if someone has a question, or like, hey, this is what's going on, or hey, how's it going? You know, share us some good stuff, share us some stuff you need support with. Or here's a question, you know, from our old lessons, like, hey, how are y'all doing with that contract for managing stress? So remember, someone has some yoga. Remember, someone has some sexy time. Are y'all doing that? You don't say who, right? You're just like, you yourself talk about that. Like, it's a kind of accountability for yourself and for each other, and also supporting each other.
Amazing.
So they do a little graduation, and then they receive like gift cards and little gifts at the end. I'm coming in with more ideas. Like, I want to send them a bib. I want to send them a onesie. I want to send them a wine cup. I don't know, something, you know, and because it's like a mission. It's like a movement of, like you said, is not only are we building the brains of the babies, but we're also in a way building ourselves, because we just gave so much to create another life. Then now we're kind of like, all right, let me get myself back together. You know, let me rebuild me now as a mom, because you don't learn to be a mom until they give you that kid. That's when you become a mom.
And even then, you're like 2 years in, you're like, I still don't get this.
I'm like 13, 14 years in, and I'm still building my brain.
Yeah, you are. You have to. It's a mom starts, it never ends.
No. And I saw you post a picture the other day of you and your son.
Oh my God.
It was so cute.
It was. I have an amazing son, and he's teaching me life lessons.
Yeah, exactly.
I definitely appreciate that.
Yeah.
What can the community, like myself and others who you have an amazing audience. How can we help you?
How can you help me? You can help me by just spreading the word, sharing the message, sharing. I have a flyer that I'll send to you. And I'm posting it here with Ileana on the messenger. It's a flyer that has a QR code. You just look over the QR code and it sends you straight to the calendar, and you look at the dates that you can go to and you can attend, and you just click and we receive your information. You then receive a link, a welcome letter, and then we'll see you in the class. And so, there it is right there.
There it is. Brain Builders. There it is. There it is.
But you said about how the effects for me.
Yeah.
I can tell you that even though I'm there as shadowing to get ready to take over, I'm there as a mom too. I see that even though my girls are older, it helps me to stop and pause and say, okay, I need to continue to make sure that they are receiving from me what they need.
Like their needs are being met.
Yeah. Even though they're big babies.
They're big babies.
They're big babies, but they're still developing.
Like, Claudia, honestly, I feel like even somebody like me, who I'm parenting a complete adult. Like, my baby is not a baby. My baby turns 20 this month.
Oh my gosh.
20 years old. I'm going to lose my mind. But I feel like it's still a whole different kind of parenting for him.
Yeah.
And even I feel like I can receive something from that. Because we're having adult conversations. But I'm still mom.
Yeah.
It doesn't stop.
Never stops.
It doesn't stop.
It doesn't stop. Nope.
So I feel like even myself, and I understand there's a big need for like the young moms, and moms who have young children.
Yep.
So say I'm watching this interview, I hear it, and I'm like, oh my God, I need this. I need to, is it every month? Or can I join like every week, or how does this happen?
So what happens is that we have our new cohort of parents starting up October.
Okay.
So the second week of October is when the classes start, and we go for 6 weeks.
Mhm.
So once you join, we're there. You join for 6 weeks, and then you finish the cohort. Now we know life happens, and sometimes you might miss a class or two. That's fine.
Yeah.
You can still keep coming. If you feel like maybe this is not the right time, that's okay. We'll just save your information and you come back for the next cohort. So the goal is to have a cohort of parents go through like 4 times a year, but we're going to be running 4 classes during this cohort. So
like 4 times a year.
Yeah, like we have our first cohort right now, like a fall cohort, a spring cohort, a summer one, and like a winter. So we'll have like 6-week program, 6 weeks of the program running in each season.
Each season. Okay.
Now here's another piece.
Monday.
Not only do we support the parents, but if there is a librarian, or if there is a counselor at a school, or if there is a WIC office, or if there is someone at Baker Ripley that wants to send someone to get trained, we also will have a facilitator training. We've done one. Now we're going to do our second one coming January of 2023, where we will train another group of facilitators so that they turn it around in person or in online, however they choose, at their location.
Okay.
So this last this facilitator training that I went through, we had a librarian. We had people from different, like what seemed to be like a WIC office. And so what they do is they come, they go through the program, and then they can turn it around at their location for 6 weeks. There's agreements that we have, but it's not a big deal. It's like, just make sure we know, that, who signed up, send us there's some surveys for the parents to fill out, send us their information. So that's like those agreements, but nothing, and again, it's free too.
It's free. So where is this available? Like, is it a state thing? Is it a nationwide thing? How, like, well?
So we're dreaming big.
Okay.
And one day we wanted to go nationwide.
Okay.
Right now it's statewide. Okay. So if you are a Texas resident, you're 18 years or older, and you're a mom who has an infant to toddler years, or you are expecting, those are pretty much the prerequisites for now. But we're dreaming big.
Yeah.
We want to go nationwide. We want to have like a teen mom at some point for the young mommies.
That would be amazing.
A dad group, online dad group, online teen mom, something for caregivers, las abuelitas, like
the ones who would like take care of the kids during the day.
Exactly.
Who need that support, right? Mom drops them off, then she sends them back off, but they're like your kids during the day.
Yeah, and they can come on Zoom in. So that's what we're working towards.
Projections.
Yeah.
Projections.
Go big, go big or go home. And because it's a movement, it's a mission of creating the space for women, moms right now to say, hey, this, to be okay to say, this is rough.
Yeah.
This is not easy. I don't care how many parenting classes there are, how many parenting books, how many women, family, friends are there to support you. In the end, it's you. And to be able to say, I need help, that's a big deal. And that's what Brain Builders is about. Having that space for you to come to learn, or to relearn, or to be affirmed about what you're doing is the right thing. And if you feel that there's something more, I'm going to try this new strategy.
Okay. So now that you've gone through it as a student, as a facilitator, and now as a person who's going to do it, I have a question now that like this has arisen in my head, and I don't know why I'm thinking this.
Yeah.
If I wanted to ask for help, how does somebody like do that? Because it's embarrassing to ask for help.
It is. So we're there afterwards. We always, and there have been times where everyone says bye. But then you always have a few students that say, hey, I want to just speak to you real quick one-on-one.
Okay.
So the facilitator then is there to stay behind. And if they want to talk one-on-one, they'll set something aside. Like, I just want to talk one-on-one privately.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's meet up after. Let's do a text. Let's do a phone call. Let's do something.
Yeah.
They don't want to leave it on, but they're still, but we're there.
Yeah.
We're there to make sure, to make sure that their need is being met somehow. And if we don't have an answer, well, let's figure this out. Let's see who we can call and talk to.
So who can help. So that's how I ask for help. I say, hey, you know what? I like what you're doing, but I need to talk to you. I need something more. I need a little bit more.
Yeah.
That's
and
amazing.
Then we'll figure it out.
That's amazing.
Either through our Hackett Center for Mental Health or another provider, another organization.
Yeah.
We will make sure that there's some path created. if we don't have the answer right away, we'll figure out what the answer is.
Okay, Claudia, I've asked you several questions. How are you doing in it? How does it work? How does it manage? All these kinds of things. Is there something I missed that I didn't ask?
You know what? No, I think you got it all.
Did I get it all?
I think you did it all, but you know,
did I get it all?
We are, and we're now at 7. We're now at the end. I can't believe it.
Are we?
Time went by so fast.
Jesus, no, hombre. I'm telling you, Claudia, you put us together and estamos, oh my God.
Really,
Talk. But La Super Comadre show is on next. Go ahead. Talk about your sponsor.
Hey Comadre, but before we leave and we switch gears to the Hey Comadre podcast, I just want to say a big thank you to SDC Builds, who's actually here in the house.
You know what? Come on in. Say hi.
He is providing the mobile unit.
I was just gonna crowd in myself.
Okay. So come on in, lean in over here.
What's
Say hello. So we were just talking. So this is a person
Who is SDC?
behind SDC.
Come in close
Those
so we can all
guys
get in.
They can build anything.
So we talked about brain building and and brain builders in the program and what we're doing as a
This is
mission
water, by the
movement. Sure. This is a person that's behind building, rebuilding locations, property, homes, commercials. So why don't you just say a little bit about what SDC does?
Well, thanks for having me, Claudia.
Well, thanks for having us.
I just had the pleasure of picking up. Oh, is that okay?
Yeah, it's good.
Picking up my daughter. That's my sweet Mickey back there. Hey, sweetheart. We love you. So proud of her. So now first
College
semester in
student.
college and
Sorry.
first job. Well, no, first college job.
Yeah.
So she's really been, putting in the time and effort. So I'm very proud of her.
We are proud of you, Mickey.
Yeah. So for over 23 years, we've been delivering exceptional construction services Texas-wide. It's a family-based business that has enabled our reach to go Houston, Austin, San Antonio, Dallas, West Texas. We've done things from healthcare centers, hospitals, classrooms, universities,
nice.
water plants, city and municipal facilities.
Oh, you're everywhere.
Yeah,
nice.
we even were given the task of changing from Warwick to Zaza. We did the demolition of the build back.
Mm-hmm.
So when you go into Zaza for a luncheon, it was our firm that beautified that place.
What?
Yeah,
nice.
let me see, 05, I guess 15 years?
Wow.
About 15, 16 years ago. We've also had our thumbprint on many of Houston area high-rise buildings with interior improvements. And we've brought in and harnessed all that knowledge and expertise to the East End. Yep. So now the mission it's a little more focused and concentrated on just providing quality craftsmanship one project at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And things that are relative that matter to us and to you.
Yeah.
You'll always find us here in the East End. You'll always find that we're available, willing, and ready to help and assist.
Yeah.
Whether it's toy drives, which we got that coming up.
Yes.
Feeding,
Loteria,
friends, feeding family, loterias.
Rebuilding
helping the community.
Fire departments.
Yes.
And what the needs they have.
Yes.
So it's all about building today.
It is all about building today. I like the fact that you're concentrating on the East End because it definitely it's home to all of us.
That's right.
Here, it's all
That's
home
right.
to all of us, and to be able to give back to the community in such an amazing way, like helping, like Claudia, just offering the space because she gives these amazing messages. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
And I mean that's the intent is to be at your service for the community. There's no better way than to help.
Yeah.
And we believe that it's always to extend that help without ever considering or asking anything in return.
Yeah.
We've been blessed abundantly because of that. And you'll find that at every given point, whatever we do, it's strictly with the heart. And that's all we want to do.
And you see the quote.
To whom is given,
That's
much is
one
expected.
of my favorite quotes.
Yes.
To whom much is given,
Nice.
much is expected. So from people who has so much has been given to us, we're here to constantly give back and provide opportunities to, give back and for you guys to come and meet with us and say what it is that you guys need, what need do you see, and what can we do to make it happen and to meet it. Yeah. All right. So thank you so much, Liliana, for always being there, building RadioCristoUSA.com from behind the scenes. And thank you, SDC. Thank you, Tony. Gracias, Angelica, also.
Way to go, Claudia.
And we also will be back. So don't stay tuned because we're going to switch gears. We're going to have like the Hey Comadre podcast where you're going to have some ladies come on, and this compadre might want to run because, it's not going to be pretty. All right. Well, saludos a todos. Don't forget to follow my new, business.
Yeah.
Brain Builders. Go ahead and follow them on Instagram, on Facebook. And don't forget that the classes are going to be in session again in October. Spanish sessions, Brain Builders en Español, begins January of 2023. We have a facilitator training also. So if you want to be trained to become a brain builder and take it back to your location, I'm going to be facilitating that as well in January of 2023. So follow, like, share, and let's continue building. Adios.
Adios. Ciao.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi, I'm La Super Comadre from RadioCrystalUSA.com, and I just want to tell you a little bit about who I am and what I do. So, La Super Comadre, my platform is all about bringing people on, special guests, who either do something for the community, who have done something for the community, who match up the pillars of what my show is about, which is about taking care of your heart and soul, which is about political engagement, which is about education. So every person that comes on can be a super comadre or a super compadre, someone that's out there doing something for the community. So I invite you all to listen and to watch every Tuesday when we record the show. But it also repeats on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at 10 o'clock in the morning and at 10 o'clock at night on RadioCrystalUSA.com. And don't forget to give us a like. Adios.